like the video.
I'm not gonna lie, most of my favorite Rick Ross moments come from him being on songs with other people. There's this one joint called Diced Pineapples, which has one of the most majestic beats I've ever heard. It has Wale and Drake on it. Then there's Aston Martin Music, which also has Drake on it. Then there's Lord Knows, he does have that great verse, but it's a Drake song. But Rick Ross has done some fine work on his own. I'm not just going to slander him. Like, Hustlin' was pretty dope. Stay scheming. I've always liked Rick Ross. Never loved him. But, like, I've admired the work. Like, I respect the grind. I do try not to think about that one bar where he talks about putting something in that girl's drink and she didn't know it, and then he took her home and she didn't know it. I know that sounds crazy and made up, but it's actually not.
Put Molly all in her champagne. She ain't even know it. I took her home and I enjoyed that. She ain't even know it.
Bro, what the fuck?
I know that's a wild thing to drop in and not really comment on, but I think it kind of speaks for itself. That's not why we're here today, though. Rick Ross and Drake go way back, but these days, or at least according to the diss track that was dropped a few months ago, Rick Ross kind of hates this man. And more importantly, he wants you to know that Drake is white. Derapy. This is the wildly under-discussed track, Champagne Moments by Rick Ross.
Fish tanks and marble floors, living big and bad. Niggas laugh until they hit with my official jab. Crack smoke is the exhaust from my pen and pad. Ghost writers, they get the floss, what you could have had. Record label taking a loss, are you in your bag? You a worker on the chart, don't make me laugh. Get the mind, tell by my watch, this a different time. Living fine, I'm getting high as your shit decline.
This beat is a little bit spooky, it's kind of intense. Rick Ross sounds big. And confident. He says y'all are laughing till you get the official jab, which I'm assuming is this. Crack smoke is the exhaust from my pen and pad. He jabs Drake with the ghostwriter bit, and then he attacks OVO artists as a whole. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Most artists that Drake tries to put on, like from OVO, his own label, not hitting, bro. Not Baca in his weird case.
Why is he around?
Why is he around, by the way? Not Plaza or Roy Woods. Occasionally you get a Party Next Door who's pretty good, but yeah, OVO doesn't have a lot of motion outside of Drake. I also just like the bar, get to mine, tell by my watch, this a different time, living life, I'm getting high as your shit declines. It's kind of hard. It's not bad. I know it may seem basic, but these rhyme schemes and flows are actually a level above the Heart Part 6 nonsense we got from P. Drizzy a few months ago. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm blown away, but it's a pretty good start.
Your shit decline. Who believes he moving keys in his Louis V's? Run up on you and snatch your chain, watch you bitches bleed. Feel the pain or just describe where you really ride. Either you niggas getting money or ready to die. B.I.G. or give a fuck if you T.I.L.E. You got it and you keep it tucked if you be by me. Do the job, better known as the Charles Schwab. Double R spread through the yard and I swear to God.
Who believes he moving keys in his Louis V's?
Rick Ross is good at rapping. We get an homage to Biggie's album Ready to Die, as well as his song Get Money, and we get a potential personal jab, in my opinion here, when Ross says, you got it and you keep it tucked if you be by me. Then Rose mentions Charles Schwab, which is like a security company, I think, something like that. So Ross is basically saying he used to big bro for Drake. He would look out for him. Drake could keep it tucked. Ross would walk in front. He was like a mentor type. So then we get double R's in the yard because, you know, Rick Ross is obsessed with Rolls Royces. We get this chorus and this little interlude where Ross begins to move in the direction of attacking Drake on a more personal level, talking about his identity.
I swear to God, pop a perk for the field, go and count me a meal, kill you niggas for free, do it all for the thrill. Niggas leaking their records when we speaking directly. If we keeping it gangster, when you see me, you check me.
If Rick Ross and Drake have direct contact with each other, like personal phone numbers, kind of wild Drake is out here leaking push-ups when he could just as easily hit Ross on the phone and be like, you're lame.
You're a dork.
And you big as hell.
And you're fat.
And what did you mean put Molly all in her champagne?
Stop!
Ross says if we're keeping it gangster, you see me, you check me, and look.
Where?
I know. Ross used to be a correctional officer. He's a bit of a poser too. But still. Drake is on some sneaky nonsense posting leaks when he could just call the man.
White boy, I see you. I see you. Yeah. Check. Getting bullied, don't walk up on me cause the clip is fully. Niggas pussy don't wanna push me, I'm like, really, would he? Like his moves, but he never had a fight in school. Always ran, another nigga had to write your grooves. Flow was copy and paste, Weezy gave you the juice. Another white boy at the park wanna hang with the crew. Pulitzer Prize winner, switching up like dyed denim. Get incentives for all the killings while we ride rentals.
This is kind of better than I remember. Rick Ross is like actually surprised that Drake would diss him, considering Ross has so much dirt on him, and he clearly has just a lot of unresolved feelings about Drake that he's never spoke about publicly. He says another man writes your grooves, you got your start with Weezy giving you juice. He then alludes to Drake once again just being an outsider, where Kendrick would say, oh, this is about culture, this is about the history of hip-hop, black American culture and history. Rick Ross is like, man, fuck all that. You're white. You're a white man who just wants to hang out with black dudes. Rick Ross is treating Drake like he's Lil Dicky, but he's not joking.
Look me right in my face, he beginning to shake. Told you niggas stay scheming, I predicted my fate. Got more money than you, fuck you want me to say. 50 mils for the crib, where you want me to stay. I can shoot up the block, I got bitches to pay. Let you DM my hoes, but got bitches you can't. Let you get on my songs, it was good for your face. Now bitch nigga is home, and no room for debate.
Love Rick Ross saying he predicted the future with his song Stay Schemin'. I also love, like, this is not something you see very often. I love how Rick Ross clowns Drake for saying he has more money than him. Now, hear me out. Rick Ross is like, okay, so you have more money than me? Cool. I live in a $50 million mansion, which is crazy, by the way. Nobody needs to live in a place like that. Rick Ross is like, I literally don't need any more money, which is a shockingly good retort. Imagine having $500 million and publicly telling somebody who has like $280 million that they're broke. The more you think about it, the dumber it gets. Imagine me telling somebody who has like 19,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'm like, yeah, you're nobody, bud. Y'all would say that I lost my mind. That's what rich people calling other rich people broke sounds like. Like, what are you doing? Rick Ross then says that he let Drake get on his songs and it was good for his face. Now, I think we might be dealing with like a triple word score here.
Like Scrabble?
Good for your face.
1.
Like image. Good for your face.
2.
To make you feel more black. Good for your face.
3.
Made you money for plastic surgery. Like, Ross is kind of talking that talk. I'm not going to lie. Now, this last verse and this outro is wild.
I got a lot of respect for a lot of rappers, but I got one guy. He's my favorite person to rap with on any song. His name is Rick Ross.
Maybach music.
You ain't never wanna be a nigga anyway, nigga. That's why you had operation to make your nose smaller than your father nose, nigga. I don't follow you, nigga, cause you sent the motherfucking cease and desist to French Montana, nigga. You sent the police, nigga, hating on my dog project. That wasn't the same white boy that I seen, nigga, when we were making them early records, nigga. When you were happy to be around, nigga, seeing niggas holding them sticks. Yeah, you old motherfucking stun of your life, nigga. Give Weezy some more money, nigga. Give Rap a lot some more money, nigga.
Hold on. There's so much happening right here. We get a clip from a Drake, what sounds like is a Drake live show, where he is saying,
by the way, I got a lot of respect for a lot of rappers, but I got one guy, he's my favorite person to rap with on any song. His name is Rick Ross.
So Rick Ross already pulled a clip to make you sound wild. Then he just starts talking over the beat. And generally, I don't like people talking in outros, like just yapping over the beat, especially when the beat's still just as loud as it was before. But Rick Ross basically goes into his own version of Family Matters, and let me put my what's the dirt cap on. How many times does he say nigga? He says, you ain't never want to be a nigga anyway,
1,
nigga.
2.
That's why you had an operation to make your nose smaller than your father nose, nigga.
3,
I unfollowed you, nigga,
4.
because you sent the motherfucking cease and desist letter to French Montana, nigga. There
5.
is so much lore just getting dumped on us right now from Rick Ross that we never would have heard of otherwise. And it's really interesting how you don't see a lot of people talking about this. Apparently, Drake sent a cease and desist letter to French Montana. I'm going to see if I can, let me see if I see anything about this, actually. The reasons for the cease and desist are still unclear, but I would just be shocked to discover that Rick Ross completely just fabricated this story out of the blue. But it does kind of say a little bit about Rick Ross that his response to this would be unfollowing Drake on Instagram. Like, that doesn't make you seem all that tough either. Like, you could have just called Drake and be like, why are you sending cease and desist letters? But that's besides the point. It is funny that Rick Ross is like, you sent the police. You hated on my dog. You hated on my dog's project. This wasn't the same white boy that I had seen when we were making them early records, when you was just happy to be around. I'm not going to lie, bro. The way that Rick Ross is ranting right here, you could really see it two ways. It's like, one, you could be like, he's really just kicking the man. You know, he's pushed him down and now he's just kicking him. He's really like, remember where you came from, remember what you was. But also Rick Ross just low-key sounds really bitter. I'm not going to lie. The idea of Drake having like way more money than Rick Ross when Rick Ross was the one that was helping him from the jump. Now Rick Ross is saying, you know, you owe Stunt of Your Life. Give Weezy some more money. That one I agree with. Give Rap-A-Lot some more money. White boy. Like, he's just going off. I don't think he wrote this stuff. I think this is Rick Ross speaking from the heart, bro. My man is mad.
White boy, yeah, biggest. Rose, nigga. We can do it how you want to do it, where you want to do it, anytime you want to do it. I'm ready. I'm ready, white boy. Huh? I know you got your Dockers on with no underwear, white boy. Yeah, you had that surgery, that six-pack going. That's why you wearing that funny shit at your show. You can't hide it, nigga. White boy.
What a weird way to end this. Yeah, biggest. It's Rose, nigga.
6.
We can do it how you want to do it, where you want to do it, anytime you want to do it. I'm ready. Huh? I'm ready. White boy, huh? What? I know you got your Dockers on with no underwear, white boy. You what? GodBlessGenius.com, dude. I'm really looking at this lyric, just kind of staring at it. I know you got your Dockers on with no underwear, white boy. Can somebody in the comments please explain what Rick Ross is exactly on right now? I would just like to submit the question. What is truly good with this lyric? I know you got your Dockers on with no underwear. Rick Ross, my brother.
What do you mean by that?
Excuse me? And then he ends the song by saying, you had that surgery, that six-pack gone. That's why you wearing that funny shit at your show. You can't hide it. Okay, how do we feel about this diss? I like it. It's really funny. All the way until even like halfway through the rant at the end, I'm still kind of cool with it. But then once we get to, you know, and I'm sure that Rick Ross is saying that he wants to box Drake when he says, we can do it how you want to do it, where you want to do it, anytime you want to do it. I'm ready, white boy.
Hey.
Okay, look, I know it sounded weird when I said it, but I'm just saying what he said. You know, I'm not insinuating that there's anything wrong with Rick Ross wanting to link up with Drake in any way that he desires. I'm just saying that throughout a song where it seems like you're being pretty confrontational, this is kind of an awkward way to close it out. Can we get an official white boy count also, because he really wanted to hone in on that? What do you guys think? I'm feeling a light to decent 7 on it. Like, when we're actually talking about the rapping, flow is good, delivery is good, it's coming from a place of actual spite and anger. You can tell Rick Ross genuinely doesn't like Drake, which I think is important for a diss track. The beat is good, the rap is good, and some of the disses are pretty good. They're pretty good. Not super damaging, but if Drake heard it, I imagine he'd be pretty annoyed, which is why he clapped back so hard on Family Matters. That's probably why he spent so much time on Family Matters making fun of Rick Ross. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments about some of the weird stuff towards the end there. Let me know how you would rate it. Thank you all so much for the support on the episodes lately. I put out a ton of content this week. Sunday I'm off, Monday I'm off, except for the members only live stream. Thank you so much for tapping in. Love you. Mean it. Consider supporting the show for $1 because these episodes are not monetized. Enjoy the outro.